Alright guys, VPirate613 here, bringing you some gaming news on the Wenchcatcher channel. So the first topic we have is Valve bans CSGO community servers for providing falsified items. So back in July, Valve asked CSGO server operators to stop providing services that have falsified the contents of a player's profile or inventory, allowing the player to have temporary ownership of an item that is not in their inventory. They have said that they will continue to monitor the player's experience on community servers and will reevaluate if further actions need to be taken so that server operators comply. And now it seems that they are taking action. So this is basically when you join a community server and you pull out your knife. You don't have a skin for your knife, but somehow you have the servers letting you use a flip knife, or you pull out your M4 and it's a hyper beast. So this kind of thing Valve is not allowing. If you are a server owner or want to own a server owner, you will now have to use a game server login token. So I'll explain a bit more about that in a second. So Reddit's been going pretty crazy with people being on one side of saying that this is completely insane, that this shouldn't be allowed, whilst the other side saying these weapon models you shouldn't be using, that you don't own it, and they are paid or unboxing items that CSGO provide, so that makes sense. But on the other hand, Valve's warning included completely custom weapon models, which some server operators thought were allowed. And the biggest complaint comes from this, because if a server owns providing custom content instead of actually getting a rip of a flip knife skin straight from CSGO that you don't own, that everyone can use. So Valve has said in January 2016 we permanently disabled game server login tokens belonging to server operators that were providing free or paid license services that falsified the contents of a player's profile or inventory. The Steam user that generated the tokens is now also permanently restricted from creating new GSLTs. It wrote, a new Steam user account associated with a new qualifying phone number will be required to create new GSLTs. To avoid further disruption, game server operators are best advised to comply with CSGO server operation guidelines described above. So what is game server login tokens, and how do I sign up to that if I want to create a server on CSGO or any server at all? So basically, Steam has now introduced a page for GSLT, so you can actually create your token by going straight to Valve's official game server login token page, which I will put in the description. And it's pretty simple. You just fill out some fields, and you also abide by the new rules that they have set out, which is all on the page. So this advantage that GSLT has brought is actually people can now add your server to favorites and still will be able to find your server, even if you're changing provider or IP port of your server, which was completely impossible before. So that's just one advantage of the Steam token thing that Valve has now introduced. So in my general opinion, I think that Valve should have done this quite a long time ago, but they should not be punishing people for custom stuff, because we all know that CSGO or CS originally came because of a mod. So for people making mods and stuff, I don't think they should be cracking down on those people. I think the people who should be cracked down on is the actual people who are offering you the really expensive skins that you can potentially use or just use on their servers. So that's my general thoughts on it. I mean, it's pretty harsh, but Valve has given fair warnings, and if you're a game server, you should be trying to check up on this stuff. But then again, it is still harsh, and I feel for you if your server is taken down. So the next thing that I have to talk about is Rainbow Six Pro League. So this is going to kick off in March. Ubisoft, ESL and Xbox has announced that Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Pro League will begin its first season in March with a prize pool of $10,000. So the top teams are going to be in North America and Europe. I actually saw this coming, so ever since playing the beta and watching people playing the game after it was released, making those changes so it can actually be a competitive game and balancing the game out is well done now, and it's not a surprise that this is being introduced. So this is all fun, and I actually quite interested in watching the competitions now, because CSGO is the only one I watch, and Rainbow Six Siege will kind of be refreshing to be watching something new. So the first season will debut at Intel Extreme Masters competition at Katowice, Poland on March 4th, with 8 matches to start the European PC competition. North American and Xbox competitions will start up in the weeks after. So at the end of this event, the top teams from America and North America and Europe are going to go head to head in a live event with a $50,000 prize money on the line for both the PC and Xbox finals. So this is all looking good. I look forward to watching this wherever I can watch it from, which will probably going to be on one of the websites they've provided on this page I'm reading from. So that's all good. I'm happy for that, and I'm excited to see what teams are going to be there to be playing. We might see some CSGO teams joining in as well. So apart from that, some more juicy news. We have new Dark Souls 3 screenshots that have just emerged. So the Dark Souls 3 looks very nice. The screenshot actually look very nice. There's a lot of detail in a lot of these environments. There's also some concept art for your viewing pleasure. I'll link this down in the description so you can look at them. So Dark Souls 3 is actually going to be released in March 24th in Japan, and in North and South America it's going to be released on April 12th. The UK date is not on there. I can't find the UK date for some reason, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be around the same time as North or South America, so that's nothing new there. These dates are obviously subject to change. Obviously there's quite a bit of time till then, so they may move up or move down depending on how quick or how slow they are able to roll the game out and finish everything before the deadline. So yeah, that's all the news I have today. If you enjoyed that, please leave us a like. If you want to see more, leave us a sub, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed.